A couple days ago, I made a video in which I took a deep dive into some of the more obscure Lost Wave songs from around the internet. After scrolling down to the comments, it soon became apparent that this wasn't going to be the only episode in this series. Countless recommendations made by all of you would suggest that there was a lot more in this side of the Lost Wave community that we need to cover. So, without further stalling, let's get episode 2 underway. Today, we're starting things off with a more uncanny vibe. Going all the way back to 2009, a song would be uploaded to YouTube titled Unknown Artist, Roundabouts and Swings. It had a nursery rhyme sound to it and came off creepy at first. Heading down into the description, the OP wrote,
"This is a vinyl rip from an unknown and unreleased 1969 British acetate. Unless you pick a copy up, you're unlikely to hear it elsewhere. I quite liked it myself, but had to reduce the video quality to upload. Original edit was about 150 megabytes.
It's clear that this snippet may be one of the oldest pieces of Lost Wave out there, which also makes it pretty much impossible to find. As stated by the OP, it was ripped from an acetate disc, which is a phonograph record prominently used in the 1930s to the 1950s. Also, the YouTube video comes with some super trippy visuals that look like they have been ripped straight from a liminal dimension. All of this together makes for an eerie situation, but when you head over to What's That Song, the eeriness only escalates. Although it seems that we came across this whole situation a bit late, as a lot of the comments have been deleted, we can still see the remnants of a What's That Song OP losing their mind. Down the very bottom, the OP replied to an unknown message saying,
I need to find this song because I'm going insane mentally and physically. I can't do this anymore because I need to find this song. I've been to the doctors about myself, but this song keeps coming up in my nightmares and dreams. I just need help."
Having listened to this song, it doesn't surprise me that this song is plaguing the mind of this OP. It was incredibly creepy on the first listen. However, matters only get worse when we scroll up a bit.
"Hello everyone. Unfortunately, Charlotte is in the hospital. She was rushed to the emergency doctor's clinic. We don't know if she's going to make it out alive, but I'm just hoping that it'll be fine."
The mental state of Charlotte must have been deteriorating, and this deterioration must only have been furthered by this creepy song showing up in her dreams. Now, there's nothing to worry about just yet, as Charlotte is back and active on What's That Song, but she is still desperate as ever to find it and put her mind at ease. This next song was recommended by a user called Michael DC down in the comments section of my last video. And I gotta say, thank you Michael for blessing my ears, as I fell in love with this song as soon as I heard it. On the 3rd of May 2021, a YouTube user named RMA uploaded this song to her channel. In the video's description and comments, she mentions that originally she included the song on a mix CD she made around 2006 to 2007. This CD featured bands like Radiohead, Green Day, and also a band that instantly came to my mind when I heard this song for the first time, Snow Patrol. A user called Lake to River asked about where RMA could have came across this song, and this is what she replied. "So sometimes I would find songs from Filter or Paste Magazine sampler CDs, but I couldn't find this song in any of the ones I have. I was in touch with some local bands at the time because I would recruit them via MySpace to play on a radio show that I was a part of. I was also involved with our local Battle of the Bands for high school kids. I met other musicians that way and we all made our own CDs. It's possible that this was just someone's demo. She followed this comment up by saying that the radio show that she was talking about was called Raise Your Voice. She recently contacted some of the people that used to work on it with her, but this came to no avail when they couldn't recall much regarding it. Anyway, what we can deduct from RMA's original post is that the local band in question has a chance of being based in Washington, as this is where RMA spent most of her high school life. It's very common for local bands to contact smaller radio stations, just like the one she mentioned. However, this was back in 06, so there is probably a very small chance that this band is still together. As we know though, this hasn't hindered us Lost Wavers in the past, so there is still hope that this amazing song gets found. It seems that I just can't get away from the punk rock sounding Lost Wave songs. This one originating straight from the files of an old Motorola phone. The Reddit user Pax took to the Lost Wave subreddit with a 30-second snippet of a piece of music they found on an old phone labelled Unknown. Someone down in the replies investigated this a bit more and found that back in the day, Motorola would have had a collection of licensed songs for their phones, so consumers could use them for a ringtone. A couple lists of these tracks were also posted, but a few dedicated members of the community went through them and found nothing. However, this is a pretty strong lead. Perhaps it's just a case of finding the exact same model and having a little look through its files. The only problem would be if the song is labelled Unknown on that phone too. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. If you have any suggestions for which we should dive into next, then let me know down in the comment section below. But for now, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!